What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Movement 6. And before we start, a huge thank you to everybody who subbed this week. It's a privilege to have you guys on the channel. It really is. So if you're new here, yeah, don't forget to drop that like, subscribe, hit those notifications buttons, and don't miss a thing. Now, Vanguard. Um, I think the signs are on the horizon. Is Vanguard a tipping point, a turning point, if you will, in the franchise? And I do believe so. I do believe so because there are a lot of things going on that there are so many extremes going on in this game. The company, the game, the way it plays, how it's received. Weird things are going on because the bottom line is that for since a few, it's the first game I'm actually enjoying in years, in years of declining in quality and content, and it's actually a game that I like picking up. I'm having fun with this game. I'm actually enjoying the game. So it is so weird to see what is going on. Uh, it looks like I'm doing the exact opposite of what the community is constantly doing. But let's just review what is going on. Let's start with the company, Activision Blizzard. I already made a video about the frat boy culture, the sexual harassment, the intimidation, and if that's the way you treat your employees and your partners, then that reflects your product and how you treat your customers, right? You can't build a shitty company and expect that company to be friendly and good for its clients and customers and partners. You can't. Shitty companies build shitty products, build shitty relationship with customers, and eventually lose. So it's it's not. I think the timing is also not weird that companies like Sony and Microsoft are speaking out against Activision. More and more people are speaking out against Activision and demand change. That's what you see right now with the CEO under pressure, and so that it's not a weird timing because if every you see that it's almost a human thing. It's something you see across the globe. With companies or institutions. As long as there is profit, as long as there's money, as long as shareholders are happy, a lot of things is possible. A lot of things are possible. 100. So, and what you see happening now is, and that's the second point you see now, is that sales is declining. It is the worst selling game since 2007. It even sells worse than Call of Duty Ghost, right? So that means that people are impacted. People are impacted with the sales numbers. There is no success to be shared. So it that then things can move quickly. Then all of a sudden things can move quickly, and it is weird because I'm actually enjoying the game from a sales. I didn't buy the game, but it has been bought for me, so I'm part of that sales cycle. And if I just look at this game, there's a lot of potential in there. If I look at the multiplayer, I'll get into that later, but there's a lot of potential in there. But sales are down, and I thought that was weird. I what is this a turning point? Are people actually fed up with this franchise of buying the same game every year? Is that the perception now finally? Because the only way to demand change from Activision is impacting them where it hurts the most, and that is in their pocket. Revenue is down. It's even in the UK, it's a slaughterhouse in terms of sales numbers. I just made a video out of that a week ago. So the question is, we have now We have now the company, the values. We see that things are changing there. It's not a coincidence that that is completely in line with the falling sales numbers. And there's also a weird thing in the market going on because the big blockbuster AAA titles, the majority of them are just being received as pure trash. Look at Battlefield 2042. I pre-ordered it. I've played it, and I'm not a hardcore Battlefield player, but I am really, really disappointed with that game. I can absolutely understand where the community is coming from, and I'm not even a full member of that community, right? I'm I'm a casual Battlefield player, but it's unfinished, unpolished, it's bullshit, glitches, blah blah blah. And the same thing is also for Call of Duty Vanguard. It's being received very well. There is a huge mix in the community. People like it, people don't like it. Uh, so the AAA titles are not doing well. Is the decline of sales numbers also part of too much games right now? You know, you got Battlefield, you got Halo. Halo is just the best of the three right now. Halo. You even have a game like Deathloop. You want to position it there, and if you've got a next gen console, current gen console, sorry. But so, is there too much in the market to offer? Could be, eh? It could be. Uh, so yeah. So we've got the company, we've got sales figures, and now we get the game itself. The Sledgehammer uh, devs are all on holiday, especially in the US with Thanksgiving coming up, and the issues in the game are not going to be fixed anytime soon. But for me, if I look at me personally, it's the first game in years that I actually enjoy playing. I actually enjoy playing this game. And I don't know why it is, but it's just the mechanics, the way it runs, the way it feels, the speed. I I actually, for the first time, I actually feel connected to this game in terms of that when I've got an hour to spare, that I'm hopping on Call of Duty right now. I also like the additions they brought in terms of the kill cam, the MVP. It just doesn't really impact the game, but it's nice, and it's the first Call of Duty that looks way better. Right? Come on, the graphics, especially on current gen console and on PC, but also on the previous gen PlayStation 4 Pro, it looks fine. Current gen, it looks really good for a Call of Duty title. That is. So they've changed a lot since the beta. Beta was horrible, but they changed a lot. So that also appeals to me. You know, they listened to the community, they changed it, they optimized it. Also in terms of content, we're being spoiled here for the first time in forever. We're actually being spoiled here. So for me, the foundation and the core and the content are pretty solid. So I think that Sledgehammer got something here, got something going on here, and they've got a good foundation to build upon. The issue is, yes, there are numerous of glitches. The Riot Shield glitch has been in this game since Modern Warfare 2019. It's practically the same engine. So the fact that they didn't change that is already worrying. The fact that there are so many exploits in this game is worrying. The fact that it's unstable as hell, that they reduced the file size. Let's tap into one of them. They reduced the file size by um, constantly downloading. It's streaming, if you will. It's a streaming download of textures and graphics. You know, you're constantly connecting to the server to download, if you will. If I'm cutting some corners here, but I want to explain it in a very easy way. You download a part of what you're seeing on your screen constantly. So that means that the engine is constantly working in the background, and that is why people experience packet burst, and that means that your game just quits on you. It just freezes. Bye. Do it yourself. This is too much work. This is actually what he's saying. It the upside is the advantage is that you have less file size. That was also the big criticism, right? Call of Duty used 100 plus 120, 130 gigabytes at the end of the life cycle, which is hysterical. It's almost abnormal. So they reduced that by implementing this new feature, which is good, which is fine. I respect that, but they need to optimize it because it's not working. A lot of time, a lot of times the game freezes, quits on you, and just simply stalls. I even saw consoles and even PCs shutting down midway through the game, just shutting down, just giving up on life. So there's so many glitches and issues. So just recapping this from a company perspective, from a game perspective, sales perspective, content perspective, there's so much going on that we will see change in culture, in a top-down change of management at Activision Blizzard. This means that there will be new, fresh ideas in terms of values, business models, way forward. And the sales of Vanguard will force Activision to eventually change. If the second game they're going to bring out next year, because they do have contracts, is also performing in the way Vanguard is performing, then they're done. Then they are forced to change. But I do believe that we're on a tipping point, and a turning point. Because also in terms of what they bring, it is constantly the same issues. They don't have the time to create a game that is finished. It is constantly unfinished. So I'm anxious to see what the future is going to bring. I'm enjoying the game. I'm having a ton of fun, having almost all my assault rifles on gold. So I'm pushing hard, actually enjoying the maps, the game, the flow, the way it feels. Trust me, Vanguard, and I thought I would never be in a position like this. Vanguard deserves more. It deserves better. On the other side, it is good to see what is going on around this game, and hopefully that will change the future of the franchise in a positive way. This was Movement 6, and I'm out. Back to the madness. Bye.